We had, 2 to 4 inches across the metro. We had least of snow in the north and most in the south. More Norman, 4, 5 inches just on these sides of Norman.
Yeah,
so,
all the video we saw from Norman.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Now, officially, Will Rogers, 2.1. I'll argue all day that that's not the right number, but we'll go with it. That's the official. I think it was more than that because everybody else had more than that throughout the day. But anyway, yada, yada, yada. But for the month now, 0.84 liquid in the rain gauge, which is awesome. We averaged 1.32. And for the month now, again, we've had, again, that's that 2 inches of snow. So here we go. Next week, maybe not so much snow, but ice. So hang on. More on that here in just a second. Here in Oklahoma City, we're doing fine on a Wednesday. We have sunshine after a chilly morning. You know what? We've rebounded nicely. That shot yesterday, our Integris cam, part of our Lucky Star Skycam network, was covered in snow. Roads were fine yesterday, pretty much. But this was all snow covered. It is gone now. Northwest breeze at 16 miles per hour. We have a 37 in Watonga, 41 in Shawnee, 42 in Minco, 44 down at Fort Cobb, and the rest of Oklahoma, lots of 40s, a breezy northwest wind. Notice out here, see the 30s going on? This is where there is still some, I was showing you at the top of the newscast, still some snow on the ground out there. Had quite a bit of snow in the far west. It'll slowly melt here the next couple of days. If you have any slick spots tonight, you're going to have a few. That'll be primarily out in western Oklahoma, where there's still quite a bit of snow left hanging around there. It's a breezy northwest wind at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So the U.S., it's chilly, all right, but not crazy cold. That's crazy cold, 30 to 35 below zero. These are air temperatures, and the Arctic air is ready to go. And by that, I mean go south into the U.S., and that's coming. We've been talking about the Arctic air really for like 2 weeks now, that as we get into the last week, if you will, of January, turning colder with possibly winter weather. And it happened yesterday, and it's going to happen again next week. So the air over us now modifies, pulls out, big warm up into Saturday. The Arctic air arrives Sunday, and then see this storm out here? It drops in, it sits out here, slowly makes its way east. It's going to give us lift overhead. We get warm air aloft above the shallow Arctic air, not only at the mid-levels of the jet stream, but also the low levels. So what does that mean? It means we get clouds, we get frozen, either some sleet or just freezing rain, where the air is shallow, but we're warm several thousand feet up. That's the way that system looks right now. So there's a setup for next week. Jet stream overhead, some ice, some sleet. Now the amounts, got to keep an eye on this right now. Some of the amounts would give us some real travel problems. This would be ice. We've got to keep an eye on that. The snow is going to be to our north. Might see a little snow squeaking in. We also might have some sleet. I'll take a lot of sleet versus any ice at all. So stay tuned. So Arctic air arrives Sunday. This Sunday, it'll last 3 days. It'll last longer, but 3 days below freezing temperatures. Warm air in the jet stream above the Arctic air will give us 2 waves of precipitation, freezing rain, ice, and some sleet and a little bit of snow. Lows tonight in the 20s. Wind chills in the morning will be in the teens. It'll be cold starting out tomorrow. Highs tomorrow, back to the mid-40s, upper 40s down south. Highs Friday into the 50s. All right, there's your Friday. There's your Saturday, 60s. There's your Arctic front in the northwest late in the day. Enjoy Saturday, even though it's going to be really windy. And then cold Arctic air arrives Monday or Sunday into Monday and Tuesday. Look at those temperatures, morning lows in the teens. And right now, ice, sleet, and some snow Monday and Tuesday of next week. We'll be back right after this.